I've been thoughtin' and boughtin' since I was a young little thing, okay?
Oh my god, it was the most intense thing that ever happened to me.
My life is a chaotic madness. Chaotic madness.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Sasha Raee, back at it again with another episode of Chaotic Madness. And I've got my girl here. Well, I knew her as Dahlia Luxx, but she has rebranded herself to DahliaisDope. Best is call her Dahlia. So, hey, girl.
I'm so excited. By the way, I just want to say that's one of the most fire openings, of all the podcasts I listen to, which, I'm going to be honest, I'm very, very picky about my podcast. I have people who are like, oh, you put a podcast out there, you must listen to so many podcasts. I'm like, bitch, I got Sasha's. Bitch, I got mine. Oh, because I got to review the content. Bitch, I got Cinephobe because they talk about bad movies.
Period.
Done. What? Oh, and Scene It Cast. I'm sorry.
Scene It Cast.
Where I review movies and then yell at the person who actually runs the episode and be like, why don't you have notes?
Dude, thanks. Destiny Diaz. She actually helped me make that intro.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she produces.
I've heard nothing but the most amazing things about her.
She's such the sweetest thing ever. I literally hit her up maybe a week before I decided to release this podcast last year, and I was like, yo, I heard that you make beats. I need a beat. And she was like, yeah, just tell me how you want it. And then they sent me samples, and then I was like, okay, I kind of got my inspiration from Call Her Daddy, because I like how she was talking in the middle, in the beginning of it. So that she was just send me how you want it. And the laugh is fake. I literally, that's the fakest laugh that I've ever done. That's not me actually laughing.
I've been drinking champagne with you all night. That is not necessarily what it sounds like.
Right. And that's a toned version. For anyone that's ever actually heard my authentic laugh. But yeah, shout out to Destiny.
Laugh.
It is. No, it's a hyena. You don't gotta lie. It's a hyena.
You know what? Everybody the hyena is the best in Lion King, and that's all.
That's true. That is true. So per.
No one's fucking with Nola's laugh. What would Nola's laugh sound like? Oh, Simba, can I be queen and have to go get all your food while you
love you forever?
Ass in that cave.
Oh, watch the nails, watch the paws. No, I'm literally the fucking hyena that's on my back, that's in tears, crying, not breathing, because I'm laughing so fucking long and slapping my knee. I am an animated laugher, but that's me, so.
I've definitely almost thrown up from laughing so hard. It's a real issue. I've peed myself, to the point where, Neko's are you going to pee yourself on this trip? And I'm like, it could be that I can't get to a bathroom fast enough. It could be I laughed so hard. It could be that I saw an old white lady singing Gangster's Paradise on fucking...
What?
Shit. The first time I ever truly peed myself, I was running. I'm on a cruise ship. And I was running back to, my room because I was on, a shitty carnival cruise with one of my best friends to, celebrate her best friend's birthday. So, as a large group in your early 20s, you're like, yay, the $300 cruise, let's go. Well, all the bathrooms are out of order or destroyed. Half of it smells like trash. I'm running back to my room. And halfway there, I stop because in, the middle area they always have for the boat where you, enter, they're doing karaoke, and there's this 70-something-year-old, and I'm not over-exaggerating age. This woman had to be 70-something years old. She's, got a cane. She's kind of little old lady hair. It's one step away from Betty White, and she's just bell now, Gangster's Paradise. Not looking at the thing. She's moving across the stage.
That's her favorite song.
Yeah. And Coolio just passed away.
I know. Wait, right? Last week. Last weekend. What the fuck? He was only 52, 51.
He was not that old, and recently,
not at all.
There was, I don't know if you know her, Honey Busty, MFC. She's an MFC model.
You went to Sweden with her, right?
Yeah, when we come back from Amsterdam, that bitch sends us a picture from Chicago of fucking Coolio's just hanging out. She's got video of him, like, walking his bags and shit. She's like, y'all, I'm staring at Coolio right now.
What?
I was like, bitch, are you the last person who ever saw Coolio?
Right. What the fuck? Dude, yeah, no, I think it's a scary time because a lot of people are just dying. I mean, okay, here's the thing. We're gonna all die. Like, there's no way around that. But I think it's really shocking when you die at such a young age because it just doesn't make sense. Like, why did you die? It doesn't make sense. Like, you were fine yesterday. Like, honey just saw your ass in Chicago, and now you dead? It just doesn't make sense.
Pushing a cart with, like, 5 bags on it, like, hauling ass through this fucking whole airport. But it's
probably the Illuminati, you know? Like, not saying that Coolio was a part of it, because I don't know, but I believe more and more that the Illuminati is real, because a lot of people that, like, if you notice, their careers kind of, like, stop. It's almost like their contract has ended. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, they're just gone.
Yep. And there's that whole Avril Lavigne, like, conspiracy.
Oh, I just saw that on TikTok today. I was like,
it's wild.
Yo, I did not know about that conspiracy until, what is that white guy's name? But I followed him because I was like, whoa, that is not Avril. Avril really died.
Different person,
it's different bitch. I knew there was a reason why I didn't connect to her when she, like, came back. I was like, like, you're usually emo, like, you just don't seem the same. Like, I'm not vibing with you, but, like, cool, you're back. But now it makes sense why I didn't vibe with her, because it's not Avril.
The only way I'm going to believe it's Avril is if they get her motherfucking sister. Because remember, her sister made music for a minute. I need her to come out and be like, this is my blood. And I need a blood work test. Because
DNA.
You believe in every conspiracy, but if you don't believe in at least 1 or 2 conspiracies, something's fucking wrong with you.
It's like, are you the Illuminati? The fact that you don't believe in the conspiracy? That's when I look at you like something right. It just don't make sense.
I genuinely believe that Beyonce and Grimes are chilling in the Illuminati, just fucking having conversations about their shitty husbands. Well, I mean, until, Grimes.
As much as, I fucks with Queen Bee or whatever, but, like, how is she the superstar, but the rest of Destiny's Child really isn't? It's
gone. None of them matter.
None of them matter. Like, shout out to Kelly. Like, I fucks with you, but, like, you like her auntie at this point. Like, you're that. I was gonna say you're that irrelevant, but
like, honestly, I could run into Kelly Rowland, like, in the...
I probably wouldn't recognize her at first.
I wouldn't. When guys are like, are you worried about getting recognized? I'm like, yo, I'm not even going to recognize, like, famous people. So, when I was leaving LA one time, I'm taking Southwest. This is the weirdest thing. And I run into Flavor Flav on Southwest.
Flavor Flav, of all people? Did he have his clock on?
He did. He had that clock on. Motherfucking wearing that clock.
Oh my God.
And he's checking in, and I'm looking, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now. Like, this isn't Flavor Flav. And somebody behind me is like, that's Flavor Flav. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I almost want to be like, yo, but can you give me New York's fucking number? I'd rather fuck with her than you. But, so I go to Popeye's Chicken before my fucking flight. That motherfucker's in line before me. Some guy wanted to talk to him and pushed me, like, out of the way. Not, like, super aggressively, but was very rudely. It was like, Flavor Flav, blah, blah, blah. He looks past that man, makes eye contact with me. It was like, I'm so sorry that he was so rude to you. And then turns to him and is like, why would you ever push a woman?
Wow.
And I was like,
I would not expect that.
I was like, whole new respect. I was like, it never occurred to me what kind of person Flavor Flav would be.
Right, I just thought he'd be like an asshole, like weirdo, like. But that's TV though. Like, that's TV. It's like his persona, which back then, when he was on TV, like, was I legal? Or was I think I was a minor. Because that show was hella old.
So you were probably a minor because you're a baby. I was I watched that. I watched recently with A-Dubs. We watched it was the white trash version. It was
Oh, are you talking about Watila Tequila?
No, it was before Tequila. It was
A Double Shot of Love? No, you're talking about the Bret Michaels one.
Yes.
Yes.
We watched the Bret Michaels one, and then we were gonna watch Tequila after, but we like ran out of time because like I was here for it. I love it. You can get a cameo from New York, by the way.
Really?
You can get a cameo from that bitch.
Okay, I've never paid for a cameo from anyone, but low key, I might spend some money for that one.
I have the funniest story with Cameo. So recently, I mean, I've never paid for one. I actually have a really close friend who looks like Gilbert Gottfried and had gotten a really funny one from him where he was like, "Fuck you, son," like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, they're really cute, but I can't think of anything that I would really get one for. Mm-hmm. So I recently released this TikTok, and I'm doing this TikTok series that's all about facts about movies that are very popular that you might not know, probably don't know, whatever. And men, you know men.
Right.
Men have audacity like no other creature on this motherfucking planet.
They born with the audacity.
They're 2 years old and they're like, "I'm better than you, you little white bitch." Like, and I'm like...
Because you know ain't no black boy go be looking at his mama like that.
So I put this thing out, and it's in Weird Science, and I did Weird Science, which is a very popular movie from the 80s from John Hughes. And one I opened up and I was just like, did you know that Anthony Michael Hall made twice as much as his co-star in this? Like, his co-star made $150,000 and he made $300,000. I was like, isn't that crazy? It's just meant to be like an opening. Yeah. It was motherfucking like 40 comments. Like, of course, he's so fucking smart. Like, one person came in and was like, look at these bitches trying to stir up trouble about shit they don't even know about. I'm like, it's weird. Can we all calm down? It's about
it's fucking social media.
So it went so much and so far. Like, these men getting mad about it. And I'm like, this is something this man and his co-star have said in interviews. So my main regular, Al, goes in and sends me a cameo from Michael Anthony Hall. That was like, everybody needs to leave her alone. She's allowed to reiterate things that I have said in interviews. And her series is really funny. So everybody should stop bullying her. And I was like...
Dude, coming in clutch. That's like the biggest clapback ever.
I'm holding on to it. I'm like waiting to do like a rebuttal. Kind of like a badass like TikTok rebuttal.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. I love that. Coming through with like at the most clutch time, like the funniest shit ever.
Craziest shit.
What did you think to go see if he had a cameo to then pay for a cameo to have this rebuttal? My brain doesn't work that fast.
It's funny though because like you don't think you're gonna see these people on like Cameo. You're like, what? Like half of the 90 Day Fiance fucking cast is on there.
God.
I forget what his name is. He was dating baby girl Lisa for a couple seasons. Uzman. He's a rapper.
I love how you remember all their fucking names. And I'm just like, yeah. Uzman.
So Uzman,
baby girl. Mm-hmm.
He was the rapper who was with the really nasty, like, white woman who was, like, always trying to be really mean to him, and he had a rap career, and he, like, wrote her a song, and apparently she stole all his Cameo money, because he was on Cameo, and he was making, like, bank. And she took
How did she have... Oh, because they got married, 90 days.
They actually didn't get married. He just, like, let her... I guess she, like, set it up for him, kind of thing. Like, and he was just like, oh, this is, like, my wifey.
What a dumbass. That's what he gets.
It's like she stole so much money.
Like, what a dumbass. I hope he left her after that, because that's the dumbest shit. I don't know. Men are stupid. Like, they literally have no rhyme or reason for the things that they do. And without women helping them, I don't think... Now I sound like a man hater. Let me know. They need us. They need us. Like, they really do.
We need them for certain things. A lot of the time, not the things they think we need them for. Like, men out here being like, you need me to pay your bills, or you need me to do this, or you need me to do that. I'm like, I don't need you to put a shelf up for me, honey. I can pay somebody.
I thought you were going to say, I can do that myself. You said, honey, I can pay someone.
I'm putting up shelves. I put shelves up in my house. I tried to build a chair one time, and I built it backwards so you could like lean it forward, but you couldn't lean it backwards.
Did you not look at the directions beforehand? Like,
I built a bootstrap thing the other day where you put your boots on, and it took like 45 minutes, and it was like a 10-minute thing. It really was.
Baby, yeah, you keep hiring people to do your shit, because
good if somebody else truly understands what they're doing, and like if I do it with like my girlfriend Mary or like A-dubs or anything, and they're like, just do this, I'm like, okay, but when I'm like
looking at it, yeah. Was it IKEA? Because IKEA instructions are like gibberish.
It was a Container Store. I went to the Container Store, but half that shit is from IKEA.
Yeah.
It was written out exactly the same, where like I still have like an extra hook that has like, I should be able to put 2 more boots on, but there's literally physically nowhere that it makes sense for it to go, even with like me following the directions and involving.
Sometimes though, they'll give you extra pieces, but they don't like say that in the manual. So you're left over with pieces, and you think like, there's like this bookcase that I built. My room's a mess. Like this black thing, right? Mm-hmm. Got that off of Amazon. And I was like, why do I have a piece missing? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what the hell? And they're literally, like, physically, there is no room for this piece to fix. Like, it just does not. And then I realized, oh, it's an extra piece in case if, like, I need to replace one of the shelves that it comes on. I was like, why didn't they say that in the fucking manual?
No, just tell me.
Because then I won't feel dumb.
I feel like a crazy person.
Literally.
It's so bad. It can get so crazy. And then, like, when we're talking about shelves, like, I put these shelves all... Oh, come here. That's my gremlin.
Oh, for your pops?
Yeah, for the pops, and then I have my gremlin in the corner, my giant gremlin boy.
Love that.
I call him my son. And then
love that.
My ring. So I'm going hard on Halloween.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love the ghost face ring.
It's actually off of a company, throwing a little promo their way. It's called Julia, Jeulia, and it's like above, like, it's not costume jewelry. Like, I've worn this shit for like a year now, and it doesn't
look green or anything.
Mm-mm. They're like good quality, just crazy shit. Like, they're like, yeah, we'll make a mogwai. Like, they have like a pool that has like, that's filled with like red water, and it's supposed to
look like blood.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay. Shout out to Julia. I'm gonna go look at that. You can use code discount Dahlia for 10% off. No, I'm just kidding.
I throw promo.
I'm just kidding. That doesn't work.
And then no company is ever like, yeah, you're the one for me.
Well, it's because, show our buttholes on the internet, so.
I know. It really is.
Which is how we actually know each other, for those that are my, like, 5 people that watch and listen to this podcast. We actually met in 2019. Yeah, I think it was 2019. I mean, okay. We'll cover it, but, like, we'll be not cautious, because I truly, I don't give a fuck.
We don't need to drop names.
But we won't drop names, yeah.
Things.
But we met for this, like, basically, like, a bunch of, like, kind of like a retreat, we'll just call it that, where a bunch of content creators would get together and, like, do shows and, like, make content, basically, like, whatever. Think of it as, like, a YouTube reality house, almost, except XXX version.
Why the fuck didn't we just set up cameras? Like, that would have been a smarter.
That would have been so much better. Like, I know. I don't know.
We need
our own. No, deadass. Like, I really thought about doing my own for, like, literally since that event. But I'm also just like, I don't know if I want to, like, go through all that drama again, because I know I wanted to be, like, open to everyone, but I would be so, like, biased. I'd be like, no, I don't fuck with her, so she's not coming to my shit. Like, I would just be, I know how it would be, so I don't know. But yeah,
everybody hates me, so I feel like everybody I used to be so so kind, and I feel like this is something that the industry has killed in me in the last few years.
Sometimes this industry does take away your kindness. Like, it really fucking does.
Everyone scares me now.
I'm like more like alert and like overly cautious of people that it kind of, I feel like, jeopardizes me from allowing people to like get to know me, because like that shit scarred me for life. Like, I've been in some fucked up situations, but that was like the like, you know how like you have like a last straw? That was like beyond the last fucking straw for me.
Yeah.
But we were so excited. There was like a Twitter group that we were all messaging for like at least a couple of months. We're all hyped. And I was like, dude, I can't wait to fucking meet this girl. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. She's into horror. Like, I'm into horror. I was like, this is gonna be hella fucking fun. She seems super nice. Well, I didn't actually get to hang out with her. Yeah, I saw her like twice. Yeah, in an afternoon, like combined together, because we even had to take those fucking photos at the end. And it was like super awkward.
Oh, I didn't go for the photos. I refused.
You didn't?
Me and Sydney were like, cute.
I could have sworn that she was there. Or maybe not. Yeah, I could have sworn. No, maybe.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm wrong. We had kicked out the other person.
Yeah, I was like, because that was before we were like, no one's taking photos unless this person's gone.
That's, yeah. I forgot that we did end up resolving. So, for listeners, just so you know, somebody at this event, there's, 15, 16, 17 girls shoved into two little, like, apartments.
Studio apartments.
Four of us, like, panicked and got, like, a different house, and we were like, anybody can come by, like, if you want to or whatever. But it ended up, a girl who had stayed said some horrible fucking things. Like, horrible fucking things. And there was, like, another girl that I was having issues with, and this other girl is basically, I don't think she intended to, but was bullying you this entire time by basically not respecting your feelings and opinions on something and just, like, pushing. I'm in another house. I have no idea.
She's in a completely different house. She, like, escaped the mist of the thickness of the madness, but still found out and heard about it, because obviously, like, some models were still in communication with them at the house. I didn't know. This is how fast this bitch was gone. I didn't even know she had got another house until after she was already fucking gone in that house, like, living the life. It was like you walk into these, they literally were like studio apartments. It was like near fucking school with like children. Across the street. There were like men that were below us, which was fucking sketch as fuck. We were nowhere near like the quarters, which is like when you go to this city, like this is what you go there for. We were nowhere near where like you can Uber. Like it was like a fucking mission. Like
the
it was
the neighborhood that we were in, we had friends that lived there, and or not friends. That man is not a friend. It was somebody that I thought at the time was a friend, and he ended up being a sexual predator. And I don't even care. I'll say that out loud because I don't feel scared saying that. It was Jalbus, and he lives in New Orleans.
Yes.
And so if you were a model listening to this and you were not a part of it, there was a lot of models involved. There's a lot of proof. Yep. Be safe, be careful. Do not do not take photo shoots with this person. But at the time, we did not know this information. So I text this human being when we get there and I ask about the neighborhood. His immediate response was, none of you should be in that neighborhood. That is not safe. It was one of the worst neighborhoods in New Orleans, like according to this human being, as well as I believe
that girl that lived there, one of the models. Yeah.
There was another model who lived there, and she was like, "You guys should not be there." So we're in this unsafe situation. Then Sasha's stuck in this unsafe situation. Like,
and keep in mind, before I even got to this event, I was last minute not gonna want to go. Like, I was the lowest mentally I could ever be. And I told like the people that were running it, I was like, yo, literally a couple of days ago, I just tried to off myself. And I was like, is there a way I can get like my money back? And they're like, oh, I think you being around people would like really make you feel good. And I'm like, if I go, like my dark energy, like I'm probably going to ruin it. Like, I don't want to be that person. And they're like, No, and I was like, all this money, like financially, I was going through a lot of shit. So I was like, I can't afford to just lose all this fucking money. So whatever, like I'll just go. And there was one person that was there that I thought had my back, and I was like, whatever, fine, I'll go. So keep in mind, when you have a fucking mentally deranged, depressed person that literally does not care about being on the earth, and then you go thinking maybe you'll get that positivity, and you walk into no bed. You walk into literally bitches sleeping on the floor because there was literally not enough beds for everyone to sleep in. You're looking at the neighborhood.
I was on a love couch, a love couch.
You weren't even on like an actual mattress.
And I was on the one side that was for morning people. So the one person who ended up saying very offensive things and doing very offensive things and also drinking a lot was waking up at 5 a.m. and drinking.
Yes.
So that's when I woke up that morning and I panicked, and with the models that I knew.
Yeah.
As well as the amazing, gorgeous, strong as fuck Simi, who I had just met that
day.
I was like, yo, y'all want to go get a house. And what's fucked up is that house could have fit everybody.
That house was nice as fuck. It was huge. It was in like a good area. Granted, I like kind of remember how we got there, but I know I was there. I slept good. I'll say that much. But yeah, it was just so crazy. And so like the girl ended up saying all this fucked up shit, like it was directed towards me. And then I'm just kind of like sitting there like, I can do one of two things. I can either A, go down that route of being like the angry black model that like doesn't know how to contain herself and like be super aggressive and like go off. Or I could just be like the professional model that like holds back how she feels and like goes and talks to the directives. Like, let me do the mature thing. I did the mature thing and like nothing fucking happened. And I almost got gaslit. And then that's when I was like, bruh, I'm fucking done. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, this shit sucks. The people that I wanted to hang out with aren't even fucking here. We're not doing anything we planned on saying that we were going to do. And then that was, like, the last time that I saw Dahlia in person. For, like...
a long time.
A long time. Until last year.
Yeah. And I will say, like, after that, it was like 4 or 5 months later, I just unfollowed almost everybody because I was so uncomfortable and panicked by everything that had happened. And we had all experienced that. I was just like, nope.
It was so much, and I was never planning on publicly speaking about it. I was never going to mention it. I literally was just going to be like, you know what? That is literally the last event I ever go to. Like, it's not worth it. But I remember waking up, and it was like everyone else was stating their opinion, and I was like, this happened to me. Like, I can't let other body's influences like kind of set the storyline for me. So then I fucking did like a whole influencer-ass like telling my side of the story, and it was just it was like so much drama, and I was just like, bro, this is too much. Like, this is way too much for me to handle. And then I kind of got a little sad. I was like, damn, this bitch really unfollowed me. I was like, the fuck I do to her? Then I was like,
no,
then again,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. It was like months and months later, and we had spoken, and I had spoken to everyone, and I was just like, I'm going to unfollow everybody. It made me so uncomfortable that it took me about 2 years before I was comfortable, like, seeing other human beings that, like, from work besides Neko.
Yeah. That's so sad too. Like,
and it made me, and it was also because it had led to me losing what was my other best friend, who, if you remember, I had a best friend coming into Cam House. Yeah. And leaving, that person had found somebody else that she felt. Yeah. She clicked with. I'm going to say it nicely. Instead of being petty, I'm going to say like that she clicked with better. Yeah. And just stopped being my friend. So at this exact time, like when that was happening, I was like, nope.
Which that too in itself is sad. Because like, I saw a lot of this, like just obvious. Like I didn't talk to nobody. I kind of kept in touch with Simi. Oh my God. Yeah. It was so obvious. I kept in touch with Simi because Simi would always like reach out to me and be like, how are you feeling? Because she she was the one that was like, no, you can't let no bitch sit there and like suppress your voice. She's like, that's the one thing that we have for ourselves is our voice. Like, you speak up for yourself and you stand up for yourself. And I was like, damn, you right, bitch. Like, you right, you right.
I will say, Simmy the nerd, nerdy Simmy.
Shout out to Simmy.
Up, like, Twitch, OnlyFans, she covering all damn bases, and it's all amazing. But she's also one of the strongest women I know. If I had to pick, like, a top 5, like, Simmy don't need no fucking man. Simmy is on her shit, like figuring out work, or if it's school, or if it's a relationship, or it's remodeling her house. Like, she's 110%. And I remember her being the one who stood up about the photo and was like, "I will not be in a photo with this."
Yeah.
And then everybody else,
like, followed and was like, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. But it was like no one wanted to be the person to sit there and say it. And I definitely didn't want to like add more fuel to the fire, because I felt like it was a slap in my face that like, hey, I've already came to you on some personal shit before we got here. And then I'm coming to you on some like fucked up like racial shit, and you're not doing shit about it. So me sitting there saying like, I won't take a photo, like I felt like wasn't going to do anything. But when Simmy did that, I was like, okay, like, yes. I was like, fuck yeah, like, you know, but I don't know. I guess I just felt like alone in that situation. And then I felt like people try to act like I was gaslighting some of the owners, and that like I was like, no, I'm not. If that's how you take from the facts of what happened during that event, I can't do anything for you. But like, it was a shitty time and shitty moment, but it was also kind of like an opening, because people's true colors always come out eventually over time. And sometimes it takes for you to have to go through some shitty times to like find out who's really there and who isn't there for you. And I saw all that was happening like with you. I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on with this situation? Because this situation was almost like in cap locks, exclamation point, like elementary school teasing and like your face kind of thing. And I wasn't talking to anyone. I was just on Twitter, like just kind of like looking and watching. And I was like, that has to suck. Like, I can only imagine. I mean, I guess I kind of did go through that, but like yours was a much more deeper, intimate relationship.
I feel I've been in the industry now like 13 years or something, and I feel like what I've realized is that a lot of these friendships we build based off of who we think somebody is on social media. And then when we meet them, a lot of people will adapt to be what you want them to be. And I think that was more the situation. But yeah, it's very weird fighting after you've been close to a model, like any model having been close to another model, and then suddenly you're not.
Yeah.
Notices. It's like every time you go to a convention, like it's just like, oh, you used to
obvious.
So and so, like,
yeah,
and like, so
it
I
sucks.
think about that sometimes, where I'm just like, there have been a few friendships, and luckily, like a lot of the friendships that happened when I was younger, because usually it's like a younger grouping of people, who are doing this and having these fights, but a lot of them, like, you end up just making amends years later and being like, I was being a petty ass bitch. Because if you think about it, our industry is just, it's like being in high school forever.
Oh my God, don't say that.
It's the popular girls and the pretty girls, and then there's like the kind of cool weird girls, but then there's like the straight up like people that everybody treats like shit because like they're the poor kids. Like,
that's so true. Ugh, yeah, it is high school. It is. I think it's like our industry is so hard because you have money involved, which makes it 50 times worse. Because then, like, someone can make, let's say, $500 in a week, and that could be a lot of money to them. And then, like, another person that makes $500 in, let's say, like half an hour or an hour will look at that person and be like, wow, you're fucking failing in this industry if it takes you a whole week to make $500. It's like, is it affecting your bank account? No. Then what does it matter how much money I'm making versus you? Like, it's a whole, I don't know, it's messy as fuck. And I find myself
everybody's
like,
got such different opinions, and I feel like people are very, very quick to attack each other. in this industry. You can get canceled
pride.
So quickly.
There's a lot of pride involved too.
Yeah.
I think. Especially when it comes to friends.
Yeah.
But
so it's a lot of work. It's so much work to like keep and then to make sure that you don't get too close to somebody that you're gonna end up feeling hurt by.
But it's like you can't help it though.
You know what I think about? I think about that movie Zola and how like they knew each other for like a couple days and went on
and
like
they were best friends like after that.
Let's go do like a work trip together, and then it's like the worst experience.
That
ever.
was 2019.
Like this is my best friend, and then 3 days into your trip, you're like, I fucking hate this human being.
But you know why I think people can like get really attached is because you have someone that A is in your industry, so you don't have to hide or like lie or try to like not be obvious about what you do. They can understand what you do, and then it's like, why not make money together? Like it'll be cheaper on us. We could take all these trips, make all this content, and then it's like naturally you kind of built this bond super fast because your relationship is moving super fast, and then you get to know each other, and then it's like, whoa, what the fuck? You're actually a shitty person, and I don't want to be your friend.
Broken.
Yeah. Because now, and then it's like you said too, it's awkward because you still have to see this fucking person. Like we still work together. Like there's no way around that. And it's like, do you go to this convention knowing you're going to run into so-and-so? And it's like,
I was so recently, okay guys, Sasha and I saw each other in Montreal, which has amazing stories, and I think we should
yes.
But I also saw her at, it was XBiz?
Yeah, XBiz, Miami.
And so someone that I guess would be like the most recent person that I've had like my feelings hurt, let's just call it my feelings hurt in this situation, was like 4 people behind me in line to go get my shit. And you had to stand, remember you had to stand in that line for like an hour. And I didn't realize for 15 minutes, and Neko was like, I can't believe she ended up just behind us. And I was like, who? And I was like, fuck.
You're probably high as hell in your own world, like about to have a good time, and then you're like, "Ooh!" And then you look, and you're like, mood probably just went down.
Because I wasn't paying any attention because Savannah Solo was like 7 people in front of us, and I was like, "Yo, that's all I'm paying attention to in the entire world." The fact that Savannah Solo is right there, and I ended up getting a hug from her after a strip club, and we took some pictures, and I was like, 100%, this bitch does not remember me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Miami was like, okay, I have mixed feelings. I didn't want to go because like I just feel like conventions always turn out to be drama after what happened in 2019. I had literally just bought a house in February, so I'm like, me going to Miami in May, like this financially just is like stretching me way too thin. Like, it's like, I need to get a fence. Like, I'm thinking of like an old ass adult. Like, I'm like, no, I need a fence. I need to pay for this. I want to upgrade this room versus me talking about going to fucking Miami. Like, who am I? I'm a 30-year-old homeowner now. Like, my priorities have shifted a little. And I end up, I feel like no matter how I try to like phrase this, people are going to know without, I ended up going, okay, because I was working for a company, and I was going because I thought that I had to work, but I ended up doing like a fashion show and like all this other stuff. Like I ended up, and I was nominated too. So it was kind of like one of those things where I was like, holy shit, I'm nominated for a fucking cosplay award of all awards too. It's my first XBiz nomination. I was like, okay, it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I was like, fuck it, whatever. My flight, I literally didn't even make it to Miami. I had a 5 a.m. flight, or 5:30 a.m. flight, ended up missing that because they closed the gates early. I've never missed a flight in my entire life. A flight may have been delayed, but I have never missed a flight. GPS was changing me to like a whole different direction than the airport, which was like sign number 1 from the fucking like astrology stars. Like I was not supposed to be in Miami. Like I just was not supposed to be there. I get to the kiosk, whatever. Where I live now, like the airport is fucking tiny. Like you don't have to get there 2 hours before to like go through TSA. You can get there 30 minutes before your flight's about to board and like be cool and still have time. When I get to the airport, motherfuckers is like damn near outside. Like they're wrapped around. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here? Like, this in itself is odd. They get me onto another flight that was leaving in like 10 minutes. I board. That flight gets delayed 30 minutes. So I missed my connecting flight from that flight because it was late. I was ready to go back home, but I had to check my bag. So I had no choice but to go to Miami because I needed my luggage. Like, I had no fucking choice. At this point, I'm crying. I'm calling the people that I was going with. I'm like, yo, like, I believe everything happens for a reason. There should be no reason why I cannot get to Miami. Like, it's a 2.5 hour flight. Like, bro, this is ridiculous. I make it at 3 p.m. I'm like, whatever. The Airbnb we get to is the most disgusting, dirtiest thing ever.
Oh no, that is the worst when you
It wasn't cleaned. There was trash everywhere. Like, it was also like 30 minutes away from where the convention was. So it was just like that in itself was annoying. So let me get a different Airbnb. And at this point, like, so much is happening. And I don't know if people understand when you go to conventions, people think like, oh, you're on a vacation, but your mind mentally starts to move at a very rapid pace because you're doing a million things at once. You also have like a million people reaching out to you at the same time, trying to like meet up and trying to see like what's going on here and what's going on there, that you can lose track of time like very, very quickly. Like, you can just lose like a whole day without realizing it's a whole day and be exhausted by it.
It's very easy for you to overfill your day, because when you go to a
Yes.
you book enough things that you think will make it, I don't know, worth it, if you want.
Yes.
And then you end up getting there and other people change times and plans on you. I am a sucker for that. Every time I make like dinner plans, I swear everybody shows up super late. The only time it wasn't like that was Pink Drip. She was adorable at XBiz. I don't know if you got to meet her.
I didn't get to meet a lot of people. I ended up staying with a different friend that was at the hotel that the convention was at, and we would just hang out there like afterwards or whatever. Like, we went to like the little parties and stuff that they had, but like I didn't actually get to see Miami. Like, I went to 2 restaurants and I think like 1 breakfast place maybe, and that was it. Like, I didn't go to the beach. I didn't do anything. And like, I could have after like Thursday and Friday, but at that point I was so ready to like be home because there was like more drama from that event that I still had to deal with. And then I ended up going to Dallas, like literally. So I was like, this is a lot. And so I ended up like losing a really good friend from Miami, and I was like, this is why I don't go to conventions, because like I always end up losing friends. But it's funny because someone was like, oh, you're going to Miami with your friends? Oof, you're gonna come back and you're not gonna have those friends anymore. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, bitches that go to Miami and never come back the same.
I mean, honestly, it's a lot of drinking in Miami, especially at conventions. I wasn't
even drunk. That's the sad part. But I get what you mean, though. Yeah.
Everybody is drunk. It was so packed everywhere. I was just like,
the white party was.
I literally got sassy and was like just moping around the party, being like, "This is how I get fucking COVID.
I got COVID.
Oh my god, you got COVID? Of course.
Yep. Like, and I was so mad because I did so fucking good the whole pandemic. I even tested myself before I left, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm vaccinated. I thought everyone else was going to be vaccinated too, but I found out a lot of people weren't. And I got COVID, and I was so pissed off about it because I was like, not only did I have a shitty time in fucking Miami, and I've always wanted to go to Miami. I was always like, I want to go to Miami. I want to go on the beach with my thong bikini, like take photos. And I was like, damn, I'm going on a work trip too. Like, okay. And horrible. And then I get COVID. And then I gave like people in my, like, that's close to me when I got back home, COVID. And I was just like, that was the point. But there were some good things that came out of it though. Like, I got to meet Little Puck. Shout out to her. She's the sweetest thing ever. I didn't win, but the fact is to see my like fucking like video on the like screen when they were doing the nominations, that was like a weird feeling. I never felt that before, so that was kind of cool. And I got to meet a couple of cool people, and I got to see you again for the second time, even though it was like a short amount of time, but it was just so much. Conventions are not the place to really link up with someone unless you're going with that person. Like, it's so hard.
You have to be staying with that human being.
Yeah. Like, it's so hard to, like, link. Because it's like, and by the time you, like, get there, like, by the time I got to the white party, too, I was like, I'm over it. Like, it's way too hot. It's way too many people. I'm claustrophobic. I'm sweating. Like, my mood's going down. And then I didn't even see you. I saw Neko. Like, I happened to look over my shoulder, and whenever there's Neko, I know if Neko is there, you're literally right next to her. So I literally turned my head, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, hey.
I swear it's the funniest thing about that. Like, so I will say the only convention I truly enjoyed was, the MFC socials. I think those are fun. I actually genuinely...
Do you like them? I've never gone to one. Out of all the years I was on there, I just always was, I don't know, I get scared.
So they do it in one hotel. I don't think it's called the Artisan anymore. They like sold it, renamed it, whatever. But it's like...
Do they still have roaches?
What?
Do they still have roaches?
I did not see that. Or...
Oh, okay.
So they like give you a room so you don't have to stay there, but at least you can like keep your stuff there, or if you just don't want to pay for a room, you can be there. But I don't know, it had different vibes and energy, and I actually have not had any issues at any of the MFC socials and enjoyed those like very, very much. But also in regards to Neko, recently there was a tweet that I thought she retweeted, where somebody was like, hey, I would love to start like an MFC social, like group chat and like talk to girls if anybody wants to do it. So I see a bunch of people like favorite it and retweet it. And I just like hit a favorite, and then I got thrown into a group chat, and it was for like a drunk brunch. I was like, those are not
That's you.
But it was funny because I texted her and I was like, yo, did you respond to something? And they just assumed I was coming with you, because it's literally at that point. I mean, Neko's there. She'll be there. And I'm going to be honest, like, I get jealous. Sometimes with like Neko. Like, I'm just like, you have to you have to be with me.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that's kind of like how when we ended up going to Montreal together, I was like, where's Neko? It's like, you're here, where's Neko? Like, this is so weird not seeing you guys like together. Is she okay? Like
that was actually so fun though. So
that was a blast.
Hung out.
Yes, that was like an actual, like, we're hanging out, like we're having conversations. We went to breakfast, lunch, hung out in the hotel like all night. Like, it was a lot of fun. Granted, we were only in Montreal for like what, a day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was funny because I almost didn't go to that when, shout out to Manyvids. Well, I mean,
yo, I used to ride so hard for Manyvids. I was queen of like Manyvids. I was sick.
I mean, you still kind of are, and you don't even really be trying. As like, you still kind of are, though.
I got number 1 last month, but it was 100% out of petty.
Of course, it's always out of petty.
And they were like in spot number 2, and somebody had told me to get on Manyvids, and it was like one day, and I was like, it's the end of the month, man. I got on, I was like, why would anybody tell me to like rank up on here so I can see her above me? And then I was like, well, now that's all I can do with my time, guys. Thanks.
Of course, now you were motivated. And I need to go look and see now who it was. I mean, I will say that they kind of have been listening to me. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I get there. they reached out to me and they're like, hey, we would love to have you come to Canada and do a campaign shoot. And I read it and I was like, why me? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't bring you guys nearly as much money in as some of these other people. Like, why me? And then I was like, oh, I thought of it as like, oh, the token black girl. That was like a thing that went through my mind. And then I talked about it to some people and they were like, it's a free trip to Canada and you get a photo shoot. Like, you could just use that on your resume. Like, why not? Like, all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Like, just go. Like, just go. Like, just fucking go for the experience. And I was like, okay. I didn't ask them who was going because I was just like, oh, I guess I'll see who gets there. And then, when it's funny too, because I had told Al, I was like, oh, guess what? Manyvids wants me to like do this. And he was like, oh, congratulations, Sasha. Like, that's so amazing. And he didn't tell me you were going. So I was like, that's why I didn't think you were going, which was so fucking weird. Now that I think about it. Because I straight up
figured out like 2 days before.
Literally, it was 2 days before we flew out. You were like, hey, are you going to Montreal? I was like, yeah, are you? And then you were like, yeah.
I found out
because you asked them.
I specifically emailed and was like, who else is going to be there? Because I have talked to Little Canadian Girl a few times through DMs, and she's so nice and
she's so nice. Oh my God.
I know that some models feel intimidated by her. I had a recent experience where somebody, like, I was like, she's so sweet and she's so nice. And she was like, no, she's not. And I was like, but you don't know her. Like,
she's super sweet.
She's so sweet. Like, she's the one who planned out our breakfast.
Yep.
And, like, hung out the whole time and has like sent me birthday messages and said happy birthday before. And Brooke Woods was a fucking
oh my goodness,
how nice she was.
Yeah, same. Like
she's
literally
so that you think she's gonna be a mean girl,
and she's the absolute sweetest. Like, I felt like walking into, and then Rhea Sunshine, oh my God, fucking the nicest person ever.
The nicest group.
I literally thought they were, like, I thought they were going to be bitches.
Parties. Like, they
do
build, like, their own cam event because
they are nice. It's super nice. And, like, it was just one of those things where, like, I was like, okay, well, Dahlia's going to be there. Cool. Like, I'll kind of leech on her. And then I was like, well, the other girls might be kind of rude and might be bitches, but, like, I'm just there to, like, take my photos and, like, I'll, like, stay to myself. But it was the complete opposite. And I was like, wow. And then, like, in Miami, I didn't see Rhea. And it was at the after party. And she was like, she said that she saw me from across the party and, like, came over to me. She was like, Sasha. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, hey. She's like, how are you? And I was like, how sweet. Like, it wasn't on no fake shit. Like, if you see someone across the room that you don't really like, you're not gonna, like, make it an effort to, like, go say hi. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yo, I had people like made eye contact and then, like, walked away, and I was like, damn, everybody hates me now. I, like, think back, I'm like, my first crown was Miss Congeniality, and, like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, everybody hates me.
You know what you should do? You should go for the Miss Congeniality crown again. Just out of pettiness. Just cause.
Like, I could do this shit.
Like, just cause.
No, but I would like to believe, like, I never do anything or wish ill on anybody else. It's just,
I mean, there's some people you just may not send some good vibes their way, but
there was one thing that I went to as a group thing, and I was like crying in a backyard, and I was just like, somebody comes out and they're like, are you okay? And I was like, I think sometimes, like, a bitch just needs to get hit. But just like one time, like, I was like, she's never had her ass whooped. Like, I think she just needs to get her ass whooped like one time, and she'll never speak to somebody, because it was like somebody who, like, owed me money, and I'd asked about it, and she, like, retorted with something, like, she was like, well, when you pay me back for this, and I was like, well,
excuse me,
you didn't pay me for that. Like, you have no proof that you paid me for that 6 months ago. And even if it was like 1/6 of the amount of money she owed me. So I was like, that's not so, but the way she said it was very aggressive, very rude. So I'm literally just sitting in the backyard, pacing, like, back and forth. I'm like, nah, but, like, I could be doing her a favor. Just whoop her ass.
Honestly, though, some people do need their ass beat, and there are a few people that I really wish that I could just, like, beat their asses, but then again, I'm gonna have to see them at work the next day, and I can't just beat your ass and then like not see you again. Like I'm gonna have to see you, and that's gonna make me want to beat your ass again. And like I'm getting too old to be whooping bitches.
Like maybe
I feel like some people are just too privileged and they just don't understand how privileged they are in more than one way than just like finances. And like sometimes like if you've never been in a fight or if you've never like got your ass beat before, you don't know how to check yourself. Like, and some people need their asses beat. Like I would love to. I can come up with a list tonight if somebody was like, "Yo, we about to go beat some bitches' asses." I'd be like, "Hold on."
It's the purge, but we're not killing them.
Right. We're just gonna be them. That's it. If we could get a weapon, well,
but it has to be some sort of comical weapon. It can be like a straight up knife, or
can it be a baseball bat? Just break a couple bones.
It could be like a lamp.
Okay, there's glass in a lamp.
It could be.
I can fuck a bitch up.
Like you could break.
It could be a dildo.
It could be a dildo. It could be a double-sided.
Because you could get slapped the fuck out of a bitch with a dildo.
Oh, you get that bitch on the floor and you just their throat to death. Literally.
I promise we're not violent people. We just have very dark minds. And that's one of the reasons that me and Dahlia can really relate is because sometimes she'll post some shit on like Instagram and I'll be like, wow, like I truly resonate with that, but it'll be the darkest, like scariest shit ever where like a sane person would be like, are you okay? And I'm over here liking the post like, yeah, I love that.
I'm never okay. Like people are like, are you okay? I'm like, I live in the dark, baby.
when you be like, hey babes, how are you? I'd be like, do you want the truth or do you want to lie? I'd be like, are you sure you want to know? No, it's always a good fucking time though. And I think that's why, like, I never felt like our friendship needed to be the type that we had to hang out in person or talk every day for it to be like real. Like, I don't know, it's like one of those weird things. Like people like, oh, if you don't hang out with them or if you don't talk to them all the time, I'm like, well, you have different type of friendships and I don't like to force things. Yeah. Like, and I think that's why too, when we do run into each other, it's like, it's never forced. Yeah, it's always fun.
Champagne in my mouth.
Oh my God, that was... You always come up with the fucking funniest ideas. Oh no, I want this bottle. I want someone to pour it in my mouth. And then I'm like, I'm down.
Yep.
I got it. Like, let's do it. Like, it's always a good fucking... Or when I thought someone was fucking stalking me.
Yes. I was actually talking about that story the other day.
Dude.
What was it that was happening with your phone that made you believe that they were stalking you?
So... I believe you had either your AirPod case or the headphones, but you didn't have both of them together. You had forgot one of the other. Somehow, well, not somehow, because what it does is, and this is one thing I don't like about iPhones, is that when you are around iOS devices for a certain period of time, it'll kind of link up with you. We were obviously together for like the whole day and a half, 2 days we were in Montreal together. So it connected. Basically my phone connected and it's like, oh, this device has been tracking you. And it scared me because there had been like a whole ring on TikTok where a bunch of girls were getting these alerts and they were being tracked like on their cars. People would drop like their headphones in there. They would drop like another phone. They would drop any type of air tag on them and they would be tracked. And on the map, it literally showed our entire day from like morning to
end. Now I remember.
Yeah. And then that's when I really started to get freaked out because I was like, it has to be someone in Canada. Like either I was at the airport and I'm very cautious of where I leave my bags, how I travel alone. Like I'm super cautious and I'm in a foreign country by myself. So I really am a little bit more overly cautious. So when that popped up, as soon as like we were just chilling in your room, it was like right there. And I was like, what the fuck? You're like, I don't have my AirPods. I don't know. And I was like, it's saying like, I was like, one of you bitches got AirPods or AirTags, something. And I remember I went to my room. I like destroyed my luggage. I had one luggage. So it wasn't like it was a lot of things. Nothing was in there. And then we had reached out to Al and I was like, hey, what do I do? And he's like, it has to be hers. Like, if it's showing that close, like, it has to be hers. Like, it's disconnected to her somehow, some way. And I was like, okay, like, if I die, like, y'all know somebody tracked me. But as soon as I got back to the States and, like, we were, like, so far away, it was, like, gone. And I was like, okay.
I'm bad with technology, so it definitely could have been me.
It was like, and then I remember you thought that I was calling you. What did I say? I was like, duh, bitch. I said something, and you were asking me about if I wanted chicken nuggets or like what I wanted from McDonald's. And I was like, oh, I'm not talking to you. I was just so stressed out. Like, I don't like the feeling of thinking someone's tracking or like stalking me. Like, it just
of course, that's a reality as a woman in general.
Right?
With a higher risk at being somebody in our industry. But obviously, it's also a fear for children, and I'm sure it's a fear for men out there somewhere. There's a fear for everyone. White-ass man. There's some cis-ass white man who can bench 300, who's like, I fear for myself.
It's like, I get it, but it's also like, because I just watched the Dahmer Netflix series, and I'm also like, I'm looking at some of those guys, and I'm like, I bet you they would have been the ones that have been like, oh, nobody could ever get me, and then I'm like, well, look what happened. Really
I haven't seen that yet, but everybody says it's so good.
I feel like there are moments where it's just uncomfortable. Like, they don't actually show, they make it seem like they show like the murder like an act. They don't. The psychotic in me kind of wish that it did, not because of the victims, but because I am very fucked up mentally, and I kind of like, I love horror, so like seeing people die. But you get to know some of the victims like backgrounds, and you kind of built this bond with them, and so when you know they're about to go, you feel really sad. But I felt more so angry in a way, because his pattern became very obvious after his first few victims. And then I was just like, it makes sense why he kept doing it. And he even says, like, I kept doing it because it got too easy. Like, I kept getting away with it. And he started to target a lot of black men in a poverty area. So it's like black men go up missing. Police at that time, they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna like make an effort to go look. So that's what made me mad. And then too, it was just the fact of like, I knew about his story, but I never really like looked into it. But I always knew people like idolized him. And I knew that bitches were like, oh my God, I'm so in love with him. Like, it was like a whole thing.
I feel like they do that. There's like a whole genre of woman who's just says they're in love with like all the serial killers and they're all so hot. And it's to this point where I'm like, you're basically the level of like pumpkin spice bitches. You basic bitches that love serial killers. Basically.
Because it makes sense.
Serial killers.
And then his mom made me mad. And like, I don't know. It's like, I mean, people are making it seem like it's like a fucking like cinematic, like A+ and like it deserves an award. I don't think it's that great at all. I think they just told the stories of the victims, and this is 2022 where people are fucking making TikToks about it, and I feel like it's really fucked up because you're disrespecting the victims and the victims' families. Like, not everything needs to be made into a joke. Mm-hmm. Like, what if that was your relative or like your brother or something?
I mean, there's a whole like section of TikTok that is like people who were related to murderers or victims that have, you know, like series being made of them currently. And it's like fucked up when it shows up on my FYP, and I'm just like, geez, I can't imagine like going.
I feel bad when like some of them are like actually funny that they're making, and I laugh, and I'm like that was funny, and then I'm like, wait, no, this isn't, like, this is real.
Like House of Gucci. I laughed. Do you remember when Lady Gaga like power fucked him from the bottom, like when they're having that sex scene, and she's just like,
Yeah.
And I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm like, people die.
Right.
People die.
It's like because you get confused, and like it's like reality from fantasy sometimes gets blended and the lines can get blurred. But I mean, I enjoy true crime and serial killers, and like I'm just fascinated with the brain. So that's why I watched it, because I was like, let's see how this dramatized series is going to be. It was okay. Like, it just gave me an idea of how fucked up he was and kind of what he went through as a kid. But it wasn't like an award winning series at all. And the families didn't know either, which made me mad. Yeah. The victims' families had no idea that this was being made.
There was like a couple people in the Anna Delvey cases that didn't know the shows were being made until they were being released.
Most of the time they don't know, which is really fucked up.
Just give people a little bit of money.
Right, but they don't even get money.
That's what I'm saying. Just give people a little bit of money.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind a check. If you're going to do it, you might as well give me a check for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, make some sex work, like, Lifetime movie and give me a check for it. I'm fine with that.
But, like, a actual, like, are we talking about, like, fantasy, or are we talking about, like, like, what it's really like? What if it's, like, a horror? Like, you know those Lifetime horror movies where, like, the husband ends up killing the wife or something?
Yes.
What if
it's horror and you're like, what? It's just a guy, like, being weird, stalking
right.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, let's make an actual horror.
So for the Not Safe Space podcast, we're actually gonna start doing like a monthly episode where we do like a Lifetime movie, and we do like we'll all watch it, and then I'm gonna do a breakdown, and we're gonna discuss the movie. But I'm gonna only pick Lifetime movies that have like relevant stars. I think the first one we're gonna do is Mother May I Sleep with Danger, which is
I feel like I've seen that one.
There's an old one with Tori Spelling for Lifetime, but they made a new one that has Tori Spelling and James Franco, and apparently now it's vampires.
James Franco is in a Lifetime movie?
He is.
What?
Yeah, no. Also, Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig were in one together called Deadly Adoption. There's one that has what is his name? He was in High School Musical, and now he's in like everything.
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron was in one where he played like a disabled, him and his brother are twins, and they like compete.
Okay, I gotta go. You know what? I probably have seen them. You ever watched a show and not known who the actor like really was? And then you know them famous, and then you rewatch something and you're like, oh my God, that's so-and-so. It's probably one of those things where I watched it, but I didn't realize who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously doing these movies before their careers are like fully taken. Except the Will Ferrell and the Kristen Wiig one. There's also one with like Emilio Estevez where he plays like the guy who like the KFC guy.
For those of you that don't know, Dahlia is very, very, very much into movies. I mean, she would bet her entire life probably on doing a trivia game show, because that's just how much knowledge that she knows about. And she knows the actors' names. Like, I have watched a lot of movies, but sometimes I don't like connect the names to the person. This bitch will be like, no, this is so-and-so. Did you know they're this? They're a Virgo. And they were also this and this. And it's like, damn, bitch.
I remember people, like, cross-referencing in different, like, movies and stuff. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, I'll be on Amazon and I'll be, like, streaming for, like, my Discord or something. And I'll be like, hold on, guys. And I'll pause it, go to the side, be like, who are you? What the fuck were you in? Oh, you were in Charmed from 1999 to 2000.
But it's like, how do you also remember that? Because it's like, what was I watching recently? What is that fucking show called? Riverdale. I was just watching, like, I watched it for the first time, finished it. And then I had watched Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures or whatever. Yeah. And I I had watched that before I saw Riverdale, but I never finished it. So I went back and I was like, whoa, there's a whole crossover here. I was like, oh, this makes sense why, like, some of the cities that they kept referring to. And I was just like, damn, I don't know. I guess my brain is just, it doesn't hold a lot of information anymore because I can forget certain things. Like, I will never remember what that bitch name is. And I just watched the whole series. Like, I literally watched it like a week or two ago. And I don't even remember what the actor's name is.
Sabrina was also in Mad Men. She was Don Draper's daughter.
The original Sabrina or the Netflix Sabrina?
The Netflix Sabrina.
See, like, I didn't even put that together.
Sabrina and Archie were comics that were released and, like, did crossovers and stuff, and that's why they... That
Archie comics. Which I kind of want to go buy because they're coming out with season 5 of Sabrina, but they're only going to do it in the comics. So now it made me want to, like, go add to my collection.
That was so fucking weird. Like, what the fuck was
It was rushed. It was so rushed. Like, how do you go from, like, you make this whole build-up of all the, like, fucking, like, elements or whatever, and then you know you're gonna die instead of trying to, like, get it out of you. Like, how do you beat every other monster, but this one you can't do? And then... what's her boyfriend's name? Nick. I'm like, you ended up in heaven, but you killed yourself? I'm like, bro, that's not how it works.
I'm into, like...
some ocean or some shit.
Ocean of Sorrows and, like, hell or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, you ended up in heaven? Like, no, it doesn't fucking work like that. Like, it didn't make any sense at all. And I was really upset. I was like, this is how you're going to end this series? Like, wow, what a waste of my time. And a waste of my hours that I can't bring back. And then I started watching Lucifer.
Okay, so I've watched some Lucifer, enjoy it so much. Do you realize that Lucifer's like right-hand woman is Midge from Westworld?
Okay, I did pick that one up. Yes. Yes. That one I did. Maze. I love Maze. She's like, oh, she's so beautiful. She's so badass. I remember I saw clips on TikTok, which is what made me want to watch Lucifer. It's either his girlfriend, Chloe. I know, I just found out that she's an angel, or like she was made from God or whatever and put there, which I kind of figured out in like episode 1 when like he would get injured whenever she was around. I was like, she has to be an angel. Like,
yeah,
like do the writing better. But I think she dies, or I think Maze dies, because I remember there's a clip where, like, someone that he cares about the most, like, ends up being stripped from him. I don't know. I'm not that far. But it's kind of boring. Like, I'm at a point where, like, it's repetitive, and it's not enjoyable.
That, too.
I never watched Supernatural.
Oh, I love Supernatural. It's kind of like it picks up after season 2, and then it's got like a good 5 seasons, and the rest of them you just watch because at this point,
because it's the point.
With Dean.
Okay, so it's one of those. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll start watching that because like
fun.
It's
but if you
season.
Want a new comic book show, if you haven't seen Peacemaker or Suicide, or no, I forgot the name.
I thought you were going to say Suicide Squad. I was like...
I'm like, what is the name? Doom Patrol. Sorry, it took me a minute. Doom Patrol is really fun. It's based off of comics. It's basically like a super dark, fucked up X-Men.
Ooh, okay. You're speaking my language.
It kind of like helped revitalize Brendan Fraser's career.
Oh. Hold on, wait. What's it called?
It's called Doom Patrol.
Doom, like Dune?
No, like Doom, like Doom.
Oh, Doom
Patrol.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite, like, comic to TV
adaptations. On HBO.
Besides Peacemaker, which, like, obviously I'm sure you've heard about Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely the funniest shit. I really want to learn the Peacemaker choreography.
You know, you would be the one to do that too. I would not.
But the problem is, I'm gonna find like 8 other people. Because
good luck.
Classes for like.
Be like, good luck. That's all on you. Okay, I just wanted to save that on my HBO pick so I don't forget, because I would forget. Are you doing? Oh, by the way, happy early birthday. We are
Thank
in
you so
October.
much.
Are you doing any more carnivals this year, or what do you have planned?
So I have a few costumes I'm doing. I'm gonna do some Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. I think I'm gonna do my first watch through on the original Friday the 13th because I have somehow never watched that. I have the Social.
You never watched Friday?
I have not. I've always been a Nightmare on Elm Street girl. So
Oh,
I watched
okay.
one of the Friday the 13th movies, and it was the one that was made in like 2001 or something, and had Jared Padalecki from Supernatural in it. Because I was like, I love Sam. He was also in Gilmore Girls.
Yes, Gilmore Girls.
Fuck yeah, I fuck
that.
with Gilmore Girls.
Sorry,
Laura, I actually really didn't care for their new like remake they made, where it was
they
like
remade it.
they made like 4 episodes to go on to the end of the series.
Why?
It was like everybody just wanted to know like what happened or something. You know, everybody's clamoring for it, and it was 4 episodes, and basically Rory's a piece of shit, and Lorelai's having indecisive issues and doesn't know what's going on with her and Luke. Which just made me upset because I was like, I want to believe that 20 years later, y'all are doing okay. And Lorelai's
Right.
psychopath. Rory has a boyfriend she forgets the name of, and everybody forgets the name of, and she forgets to break up with for like a year while she's fucking the dude she's fucking at like the end of the series. She gets pregnant. She's like, I'm going to raise him on my own. And then her other hot boyfriend, like Jesse, shows back up.
Oh,
But
what?
You get to meet, you know, Jared Padalecki, which was her first boyfriend, Dean.
Yeah.
And he literally comes in for like 3 lines. Like they brought everybody back, but for like 3 or 4 lines, and it's kind of like
That's the dumbest thing ever. It's kind of like how they rebooted Gossip Girl.
oh my god, it's not great.
I tried so
tried too.
hard. I really, really, really tried.
There's like 2 likable fucking characters, and not even like likable, but just fucking like
Tolerable.
yes. Because it's like the new Chuck Bass guy. Like I kind of like
Which-
him, but
He's
like
okay, because it's like I feel like they tried so hard to replicate like the OG personalities, and I was hoping that like it would be like some of the characters like kids or something that
besides
like
Milo, which is like
Right.
Georgina's, and you get him for like
and you
one
barely
episode.
see him. You don't ever see him.
It's like one of
Ever.
the episodes. You can't sign that motherfucker on for a couple seasons. Like Jenny, his ass, kick him off in like season
Right.
2. Who cares? Give it to him now. Because if you think about it, Milo is not is probably like 3 or 4 years older than Blair and Chuck's kid is.
Yeah.
So if you had him skip a few grades like Milo did, they could have like season 2. We could have Blair and Chuck back.
Exactly.
And neither of
That's
them
what I
did anything.
thought it was going to be. Like, I thought the Gossip Girl was like, and like, how are you going to tell me who Gossip Girl is in the first episode? Like, bro, the whole
The
point
teachers
is trying to
aren't
guess.
That
The
teacher is ruining lives. She's
Literally.
they're bad people, all of them.
Literally.
I actually recently, like a couple days ago, watched the finale of Gossip Girl for the first time fully. Like I
You never watched like the season.
end, but I
Oh.
like missed episodes in between, and then somebody kind of like told me the end. I was like, all right, whatever. It's Dan Humphrey.
Yeah.
But so I'm watching it, and the very last scene, it's when Dan and Serena are supposed to get married, like 5 years later. You see Chuck and Blair with
Yeah,
their
with the
baby, and like you see, I don't think Nate has anybody with him.
Nate's by himself.
That
Lily and Rufus are finally
no.
together.
no, Lily
Oh, no,
is
no.
with William.
Yeah, that's
the
right, William.
psychopath who the entire last season used Ivy to ruin her like marriage and life, and you're like, they put them together?
Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather Bart Bass was still fucking alive than this
I
psycho.
kind of wish they didn't kill him off too, but like then Chuck wouldn't have his like arc. But like, I kind of wish he was still alive.
I just mean in regards, like, I'd rather her be, like, fucking alone for a minute and, like, be adjusting or something. Because you also see that Rufus is with Lisa Loeb.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yes.
was super random. But,
Yes.
like, it just seems like William is a villain through almost the entire series. And then at the very end, he's with her? We're supposed to be okay with this? Like, we gotta live with this?
I think they're trying to make it seem like he like had some growing and growth, and that's why Lily decided to like get with him. But like, it just didn't make sense. I feel like it was kind of rushed a little bit. I feel like they try to put so much in to close all the storylines, but what they could have did was made like a part 1 and part 2, where like, okay, we find out Dan is fucking wrong show.
They all just let it go so fast. Literally, like, even Chuck, he's like, well, he did stop talking about us after the car accident until, like, the very end. I'm like, no. He ruined
I would have been
life.
pissed.
When
That
he
would've been
looks at his
so
dad
horrible.
and he's like, oh, Jenny approved all the messages. Like, she didn't want... I'm like, no, that fucked her life up.
Literally. It destroyed her whole life. She ran away. That's how bad it fucked her up.
She was...
And then, too, it's like, if I were fucking Serena, I would be like, motherfucker, so you don't want to put all those nasty-ass rumors about me out and you want me to fucking marry you? I'd be like, you got the wrong bitch, because I am not the one. But she was like, it's okay, babe. Like, bitch, what?
It gets worse every season.
I really wanted to like her character. Like, I really, really, really did. But she
love her
was
as a
so
person.
woe me. Yeah, I love her as a person. Love her and Ryan together. Like, they're the hottest couple. Ugh,
Thank you
but
for
like,
the children they're giving the world. It's like Goldie
Right?
Hawn and Kurt Russell. They're like the
Right.
new Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, like giving the world just beautiful children.
gorgeous children. Like, speaking of Ryan, Deadpool 3. Hell yes.
Oh, pumped.
And Daddy is coming back. Well, he's not Daddy, but like, he's kind of Daddy. But Wolverine is coming back. I
Yo,
don't know
I'll
how.
let him do whatevs.
I want more spoilers just so I can figure out how they're he's coming back from the dead.
I
But
think maybe it'll be like of the future that we had when Wolverine was like dying, like sometime before that.
that would make
also,
sense.
Cable said everyone was dead. So, like, are they
Right.
going to kill Deadpool in this movie? Like, are they like, okay, we've made 3, we're done?
Nah, they want to keep Ryan. I think loves that character too much. Like, let
He's got
it go.
that vodka that he's showing off in every single
Yup,
thing.
in
He does.
every-
Everything he
Jeez.
does. He puts that
Jeez.
shit in. Like, and you know what?
He's good with his product placement. He's so good.
It doesn't even bother anybody. He's like so fucking lovable. He's like Chris
He's so-
Pratt before Trump got in office and we realized who Chris Pratt was.
Wait, Chris Pratt is Marvel, right? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Because
Yeah.
Gamora, like, he's literally, I literally fuck him and fuck him in real life because of
Yeah.
personally.
That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds is as lovable as, like, because you know, there was a few years where everybody thought, like, Chris Pratt was, like, the cutest little thing in the world.
Yeah, and everyone thought he was like America's
But
sweetheart,
Ryan Reynolds
and he was
actually
so
a
lovely.
good person. Like,
Well, I
whoa,
mean, he's
fingers
with
crossed.
freaking, what's her real name? Her real name is not Serena. What is it?
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. I was gonna say Blair, but I was like, it's not Blair. She's also really sweet. Like, so I wouldn't think she would get with an asshole. There's just no way she could. And they're really hot together. I would love to like be
Have
in the
more
room.
children. I want my children to bump into yours accidentally.
I was gonna say me too, but I'm not having any kids. Like, me too. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Black Panther 2 to come out next month. There's this vampire movie that I want to watch this month. Hopefully it's good. It's a black woman that's a lead in a vampire horror movie with the guy that fucking plays the new Chuck and the new Gossip Girl. He's in it.
Oh, The Invitation.
Yes, there we
I
go.
watched it.
Is it good? Oh, your face.
It's a movie.
No, it's not worth $20.
It's not.
Damn. Okay. I'll wait till it's
It'll
free
be
then.
streaming on something somewhere. It's not. It's like they call it like New Carfax Abbey, and they like one character's name is Lucy. Like, like shit like that, like dumb like Dracula drops. Where I'm just like, how did this truly get greenlit the way it did?
Damn, the trailer like had me so hyped too.
The first half is good. The first half is really fun. It's like you get like a solid like 55% of it's okay. It's good.
That's the thing that sucks is there's not a lot of good horror movies being made any fucking more.
I heard Smile is supposed to be really good. I have not seen it.
I've been hearing that on TikTok, but I don't know. I feel like some people hear like a group of people can say a good thing about it, and then everyone kind of just hops on the bandwagon. I don't know if it really is or not.
So I didn't care for Nope, so I'm on like the other side of the fence.
You didn't like it?
I didn't.
Damn.
It was so slow, and it just like didn't hit for me. I've heard that it's better on rewatches, so like I'm sure I'll give it a chance. I liked it better than Old.
Bruh, Old was so... Dude, that was a fucking comedy. I'm sorry. That was not a horror movie. That shit had me weak as fuck.
It wasn't even like... It had like two funny moments. Like when he's like, what's your name? And he's like, mid-size sedan. No.
I think when she was in the cave and like she was aging and her bones started to crack, and that shit had me dying. I was like, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. You don't even find out until the last 2 minutes of the movie ending what the fuck was truly happening on that island. Like, there was no... It was just like, what am I watching? Anybody these days can put out a movie and make money. I'm gonna make a movie.
I like how those kids' lives are ruined as fuck. Like, I'd be like, just leave me on the fucking... Like, they're in their 60s now. They were 6 and, like, 9.
And
like,
now they're fucking...
Their uncle has to take care of them for the rest of their life.
You go on a trip and come back a senior. Come on now.
The first... The best part in that movie, though, is when that kid and the girl, like, bang, and then she's pregnant, and, starts to have the baby, and, like, he's yelling at his dad, and he's like, I love her, she loves me, and we're never gonna get a fight, we're never gonna fight, we're never gonna get a divorce. And I was like, fuck you, that is the only good writing in this book.
Dude,
like,
that movie was, like,
that was true trash.
That's one of those where, like, you go to the freaking kiosk and you're like, I need my money back. Like, this literally was not good at all whatsoever. The concept could have been so good, but it was so
it's based
bad.
Off of a comic book, too.
I know the comic book wasn't that trash. I know it wasn't. Like, ain't no way. Like, Jesus Christ.
I feel like I want to get a hold of, like, M. Night Shyamalan's Cash App and just, like, request $10
Did you know
back.
he produced, is it Bring It On?
What?
Wait, hold on. Because Gabrielle Union, she tweeted and she was like, how did I not know this? And I was in this fucking movie. Hold on, I have to look it up because I was even surprised. I was like, what the fuck? But he's in, like, he does so much shit that it's like, you know, are you surprised? Let me see. What was it? Oh, Little Mermaid. I'm excited for the Little Mermaid, despite what everybody in the world has to say.
Crazy, but I love it.
Fuck, I can't find it. This must have been like a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but like, you know, on social media. A week could be a long time ago. Damn, that sucks because it's such a well-known movie. When I find it, I'll message you because like it's one of those like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and it's gonna be on my brain too and be like, no, I need to fucking find this. For sure. But yeah, it's just like one of those weird things. But I feel like too, like we don't have any true directors that know about horror to really scare you. Like,
I feel like Guillermo del Toro can do it, and like sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't.
I don't know if it's because horror doesn't make as much money. Probably, maybe, but I think it doesn't make as enough money because it's also not done well either.
It's like if you think about the ratings, when I see something that's like 75%, that's the same as seeing like 92%.
Yeah.
Like a different genre, because it's hard to find people who want to watch that. And a lot of people will like give it shitty reviews because they do not care for the genre.
What's your favorite genre of horror? Is it like more paranormal, like
I'm
ghosts?
paranormal and supernatural.
Okay.
That's my shit. I don't really care for zombies, and I'm not huge on exorcist movies if they're like heavy religious exorcist movies. Like there's been
like The
that
Exorcism
had like Jewish exorcists, and I'll fuck with those.
I mean, I can see why. What's one of your favorite, like, top 3 horror movies?
Well, I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street is top tier for me. God, The Happening. I will stand for The Happening. I think it was one of the funniest horror movies out there. I don't even care. And then I love the Child's Play series.
Oh, okay. Chucky.
Yeah.
Okay,
I even bought the TV series, and I will tell you the TV series is awful. But like in a way where like I
had a feeling
it's so bad. And then it got a season 2 green light, and I was like, no, what? I couldn't get a season 2 of Cowboy Bebop, albeit it's kind of trash in a lot of ways, but it's kind of amazing and different. Like,
but Chucky,
but Chucky gets a fucking season 2.
That's crazy, because I was just thinking, because like whenever October comes around, there's like certain movies that I like to watch, and like Chucky's like one of them, and I was like, oh, maybe I should like look into the series, but now I won't, because I don't want to pay.
I love Arachnophobia. I love watching Arachnophobia every Halloween.
I feel like ghosts and paranormal scares me the most because I believe in that shit, and so it's like one of those things where if I consume it too much, then I feel like I invited it into my space. I can watch like gore and horror all the time because like that's freaking special effects, and that's like literally what I love to do. But paranormal, that shit is scary. Ghosts, I can't. I like watching it, but I can't fuck with it, especially after watching 13 Ghosts.
I fucking love 13 Ghosts. I get like mad when people haven't seen it. I'm like, that's just...
I've seen it, and I have never been able to take a bath the same again. I just can't do it.
God. The Angry Princess.
I cannot fucking do it. Every time I look at
Matthew Lillard on anything, though. Like, you give me Matthew Lillard, and I'm there.
No, yeah, you know. Except for that one. That one just... That, yeah.
What about The Thing?
The Thing?
Yeah. Have you seen the original with, like, Kurt Russell?
I don't think I saw the original.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
I saw the remake.
Everything else, The Thing is great.
Or have you seen It Follows?
Oh my god, I love It Follows.
Yes.
That's great.
That one scared me too.
And the soundtrack is amazing.
Yes.
It has some really good scares. I feel like sometimes it's underappreciated because they're like, it's slow. And I'm like, because it has a lot of downtime, but you get to actually know the characters and shit.
Right. And you get to feel the journey along with them. I think that's what makes it like a little bit more impactful.
And that
one scared me.
That movie actually has one of the coolest things I've ever seen that doesn't exist. Is that fucking giant seashell Kindle thing that she's reading off of. Why the fuck did they create that and it's not real? Fuck you.
You gotta buy one?
I do. Me and my sister-in-law talk about it all the time. Like, every once in a while I'll Google it to see if, like, someone gave in and made it on, like, Etsy or something.
Have you seen Oh, I hate saying his name. Is his name?
Timothy Chalamet?
I'm trying to like work my my nerves. Have you seen Hellraiser?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. I don't love those two.
That shit, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So maybe if I watched it now, maybe it would be different. But as a child, like I always felt like I was gonna be sacrificed by him. That shit scared me. Like I don't know.
I can see that.
Yeah, but fuck, that shit is scary. But I love it. So you know, what do you do, right?
Yeah, it helps me sleep at night.
Yeah. Well, this is the opposite for me, but I keep watching it. Just like, oh, I can't sleep. Let me put on a horror movie. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna kind of wrap things up here a little bit. I didn't realize how long we've been talking. Sometimes I can lose track of time.
It's been so
when
nice.
I'm just
loved it.
having conversations and stuff. But thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you and your time.
Thank you.
It was really fun. I feel like we talked about any and everything. And we didn't talk shit about bitches.
Yeah.
As much as we could have. So I'm really proud of us for that.
Chaos. Control chaos.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Twitter and Instagram and everything at DahliaisDope, DahliaisDope would be Instagram, and then you add a Y for all my sites and all my shit. Or you can go to the Not Safe Space podcast. I know it's a long name, but
it really is. I'm like, who the fuck came up with this name? Like, it's catchy and it's cool, but I'm like, the Not Safe son of the fuck it, Dahlia. Like,
I would just make one of my co-hosts like open the episode because I'm like, y'all, I can't.
It's a tongue twister.
My brain is
sure.
like, not safe
space. Yeah.
I swear the podcast is fun, so you should come listen.
Yes,
to it.
everyone should go listen to it. It's available on all podcast platforms. I'll also have it linked down in the description as well as all of her socials too. And that has been another episode of Chaotic Madness. And then I will see you guys all next week with another and new special guest.